Good morning. Today, our plan was to drive from Kashgar into the Himalayas and to stay in a mountain village called Kashgar at 3,000 plus meters altitude. The road was surrounded by massive, intricate mountains, but our plans didn't quite go to plan. Though this wasn't the end of the world. Establishment. Breakfast was our usual crowded room, with a search for somewhere to sit to eat. People. Lifts are all full because there's tour groups which have thousands of people, like 100 odd people, all on the same floor, all trying to get down at the same time. So every time they get to our floor, there's just no room. So I'm walking down. Bloody tourists.
Ridiculous, man.
So today we might be going to the China-Pakistan border. But to get to go, we need to apply for a permit, which we may or may not have applied for already. But we're now going to find out whether we can go or not. We're excited because this might mean we get to see K2 and a bunch of really cool things really high up. That's a lot of people. This is where we get our permit. And there's a massive queue. Christ. So there was no electricity at the permit office, so they couldn't give anyone a permit. So we're gonna go to a different office and maybe they have electricity. Who knows? Turns out we're going to the airport to get our permits. After filling in form after form, we finally got our permit and headed towards the mountains. Where did the water come from? Grape snacks. Look at these cute little traffic lights. Just this tiny little thing. So it's on the road. The bridge ahead is damaged, so we have to go back again. Today is full of delays. He's asking the locals. Back on the right path now. Trucks. Eventually, the horizon revealed to us the beginnings of what would be the Himalayas. Well, they got piled up over there. The road followed the valley cut out by the guides of the river. Beginning with mostly sandstone and river sediment, the mountains were bright red and yellow, with features similar to what we had seen in the canyons before. Interestingly, there were areas where the road had cut through the mountain, presumably blown through with dynamite. Mountain goats. As we ventured further into the Himalayas, or more specifically the Karakoram range, we found that the rocks became more rocky and less sandy. The specific chain of mountains that we were entering are known as the Kunlun Mountain range. Stretching across the southern border of the Tarim Basin, where the Taklamakan Desert is. Traveling past this mountain range, one gets to the Tibetan Plateau, but we will not be entering there, at least not now. In ancient history, these mountains in the Kunlun range were seen as where the gods would live, particularly on the highest peaks. This range also plays a part in forming both the Yangtze and the Yellow River, which are the two largest rivers in China. This G314 highway would take us very close to the borders of Tajikistan, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. As such, an extra permit was needed for visiting. First snowy mountains. Snow. 4,700 meters. Jesus. Apparently tomorrow we'll be driving at altitudes of higher than 4,000 meters, which is crazy. Himalayan mountain meat. How do they do it? Must be the water. We just passed a shop where you can buy oxygen. It's getting serious. You're just living up here. As you do. Quarry. The deeper we delved into these mountains, the more beautiful and vast they became. Yes. Called the tallest. Can't tell what's cloud and what's mountain. By the time we reached the border, our excitement was practically palpable. This quickly crashed and burned though. Guess not today, Himalayas. Food to cheer us up. It's mildly helping. Horses. Sad news. We didn't get across the border. Even though we had a permit. Donkey! As it turned out, they had given us the wrong permit. Or at least, they hadn't put all of our names on the permit, despite clearly stating to us that the permit was for all three of us. This was a bit upsetting because it felt like it wasn't our fault. However, we did look at the permit and we did see that it didn't have all of our names on it, but we trusted that they had done the permit correctly and it would be on their system. But unfortunately, it wasn't, and we weren't let in. It's real arrived at the border and asked, begged, but there was nothing we could do. So we just have to go back down, hope that we can find a place to stay in Kashgar tonight, and then if we're lucky we'll be able to find a place in the mountains tomorrow night and we can come back tomorrow. But that's a big if. It sucks. But that's life. At least it's beautiful and been beautiful already. Hopefully our luck changes for the better. And so we headed back, dejected, but still trying to appreciate the nature around us. Who's that? What are these tools? So new plan, we're most of the way back. We got 40 minutes drive to get to the permit office. Permit office closes at 7. It's now 6:25. Our driver's quick. If we can get in there before 7, we can get our permits, and then tomorrow morning early we can leave and then skip having to get the permit tomorrow, because we've decided we're going to go back tomorrow. It seems like the universe doesn't want us to get there quickly. At least the sky is clear today. He remembers and he swears that he did it right. He did it right, but he clearly didn't. He's smiling, but I'm sure he understands that we wasted a day. But we're here, and we've got one now, or we will get one by the end of today.
Oh, I hope so.
So tomorrow we can leave early. No, we will. We got a new permit. Happy days. My mom's happy. The guy who made the mistake said sorry, and he said he'd take us out for dinner tonight. So that's some consolation, I guess. We're back off to the old city where Shufu is gonna tour us around. We're here. On the plus side, the Kashgar Old City was beautiful, especially in dusk.
Let's see what it is. I'm so confused.
Hello, friends.
This is nice, isn't it?
What? Stomping like a horse. After appreciating the Kashgar Old City for some time, we headed off to meet our new friend for dinner. We made it. The guy made it. Show his face in case the Chinese government gets this.
He's breaking some rules.
And then they'll get him in trouble. Turns out he already got told off for adding us on WeChat. So he's deleted it already. But he made it here, which is nice. This looks like the place I want to be. It's a new world. fine establishment. Have you ever seen a bowl of soap before? I didn't think so. He just called to say that he can't come because he's gonna get in trouble.
Somebody followed him.
Really?
Pick him up. Take him home. He's already back.
Oh my god.
Wow. Oh, there you go. Back home to our forever hotel. We're bored. Check out that chandelier though. There's no space for you, bud.
No room at the end.
Sorry.
Yeah, get up.
Oh, you look sad.